Now, I'm going to be brutally honest over this video, and there is a lot of advertising on my behalf. Welcome to the channel. It's Saturday, the 30th of April 2022, and just look what happened outside my house maybe like 30 minutes ago. Look like this. What's happening with the Three Gorges? Well, let's read this headline first of all. Three Gorges Dam opens 3 discharge outlets to ease flooding control pressure. This is from 2020, and this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to happen, because we're going to have a look at the levels a little bit later. And I know I keep banging on about this for days and days and days, but once again, the Three Gorges levels are going to go up. Again, we'll show that a little bit later. So it needs to happen. Now, why is it not happening are some reasons there. One, when you open up the sluice gates, you're going to have the flooding down below. And they don't want that to happen. And it's not at any critical level at the moment. It's something that it can be handled. So the pressure there, but it's a constant pressure. And you could say it's like a memory, so to speak. It's waiting for something to happen, but it's not happening. So that's one reason for floods. Two, it's the management system, and when some manager says no, it's not going to open, maybe because it's really expensive according to electricity and manpower to open, they're just being like Xi Jinping and saying no, like the zero COVID policy in China, which we will cover a little bit later on as well. Three, the other option is that the cranes, the ones are not operating properly, or the sluice gates are broken. We don't know, but these are the possible reasons that they're waiting. And the management say no. They're worried about the floods because maybe some high official, whatever. There's a billion reasons and the theories that could go along with it. But if we go by history of the Three Gorges and go back in, oh dear, I'm talking too much. Maybe a little bit of coffee needs to be in order. If you go back in history, you can see that this time the levels are a lot lower. Why are they higher? There's got to be some kind of reason, one way or the other. If they lower, does it mean, for example, another example could mean that the landslide stop, the water is supporting this. As soon as the water goes down on the reservoir, it's going to loosen the soil, etc., etc. So basically, what should be happening is that these gates should be open and they should look like this. With that in mind, let's have a look at the levels for you. Kutan has stayed the same at 169.27. 9, did you hear my South Western accent? 9. And the Three Gorges Reservoir has gone up again 2 days in a row now, 167.45. And the inflow is at 15,000, but the outflow is still the same at 10,600. So it is, you could say, more water coming into the dam, but there's the same amount as yesterday going out of the dam. And with that, let's hop along to the weather to see what's happening over the next couple of days. Here we go. So the weather looks like this. Just give me a chance to get the hand by the Three Gorges. This is just the original map. I haven't expanded it in a larger sense. And coming Sunday, tomorrow, we do have a little bit of rain, but later in the week, Monday, Tuesday, or next week, should I say, it just gets really dry, which is a good thing because that's an opportunity for the levels to go down, and that they can possibly open the outflow and maybe do some repairs if needed, definitely needed, to the Three Gorges Dam. And it stays like that, you can see, right up to Wednesday, Wednesday of next week. Okie dokie, let's take a short break for about 10 seconds and something a little bit joyful, something in green. Why not? Here it is. So what's happening with the lockdown in China? Well, these videos, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. Is it in Beijing, is it in Shanghai, or is it in a different city? Let's have a look at the first one for you. And you can see people are lining up for their COVID test. But guess what? Look at the armed police or the security there, making sure that there's no one who misbehaves. And you can see that there are actually people there pretty scared. And that was a lady not wearing a mask. Bad lady. Ah, and there's a drone as well, monitoring as well. Here you can see a area in the city centre, I could guess, or in the suburbs of some city. Again, we don't know where it is. And these are the real people. These are the real citizens of China. And this is what's happening to a lot. I'm not going to say all, but I'm going to say to a lot of people in the lockdown areas. They need food. They need medical supplies. They need a life. They need to get some fresh air. You can't coop them up like a chicken all the time. And if there is a positive in the area you're in, for example, like a supermarket, this is what happens and this is what you need to do to get out in time. You can see the video here. This is in a shopping center, for example, and people are running basically for their lives trying to get out. And you can see some of the COVID police, the stormtroopers there, a guy on a motorbike trying to get away, and people who have got caught and they will be stuck in that supermarket for the duration. They can't go home. That's where they're going to be. And the government will basically lock them in that place and they will have to support them. And possibly even they'd have to buy their own food. It's just, again, I emphasize, this is not 1.4 billion people in China. This is just in some certain areas, in certain cities, but we can't verify which these videos came from. But this is what's happening in places in China. You can believe this because this is from real people. This is not from any kind of mainstream media. Real people who just post these videos and showing the world what is happening. And we thank these people for this information, because certainly the CCP or CPC, the Chinese government, definitely won't be broadcasting what we're showing here. Okay, this is some of my advertising now, and you can skip forward if you want to. Something new on YouTube is called YouTube Thanks. And if you just want to say thank you, by all means can. And if you want to put a little donation into my beer account, yes, this is my beer account, then please do so. I'm not too sure how to do it, but this gentleman did yesterday. So thank you very much to well, there you are. And what you get, if I do get these, again, thank you very much for it. It's really nice of you and very, very generous indeed. And I'm very humble to anyone who gives me cash, basically coming from a poor family. But I will mention you in the show, unless you don't want to. Just let me know and I'll be happy with that either way. But that's my advertising out the way for now. And I think I got one more a little bit later. Going back to the Three Gorges Dam, and this time going back to the fakers. Here's a small snippet of a video that I managed to capture on YouTube, and the guy was saying that the levels had gone down on Friday. Well, today is Saturday and the levels went up on Friday. This channel is called The Specifications. They were the people who did the videos of, they're saying that the Three Gorges Dam had collapsed, and basically they copied a video from the Japanese tsunami from 10, 11 years ago. Where to get the right information for the Three Gorges Dam? Well, you can come to me. I'm just honest. I'm going to tell you if nothing's much happening, and I will give you, it's quite an objective opinion basically most of the time. Not very like a professional journalist, it's just my opinion. You can go to the Dubrovnik's channel that I showed before. He did a video a couple of days ago, and there's a shout out for him. Maybe I put a shout out in this channel as well. And there's one more, and I've forgotten his name, but they don't make videos very often. There's lots of scammers out there, there's lots of fakers, and they're just doing it for clicks per view. So if you're not too sure, you can easily leave me a message in the comment form below and say, I heard this, and put the link in there. I think I'll accept it. I think it accepts on YouTube, and I will tell you whether it's true or not. There we go. Right. Time for advertising, and it's time for help a child and buy a mug like this. That brings us to a close on Saturday the 30th of April 2022. Have a happy May Day tomorrow if you are in China or in Russia or here or in Vietnam or in North Korea. Happy Labor Day, as some people said. I know in the United States Labor Day is later in the year, but in general most people seem to have a holiday over the next couple of days, so enjoy your time with your family. Have a nice meal, say I love you to the people that you don't say I love you too often to. I am waffling. A like, subscribe and share would be all supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Bye bye for now. As always, thank you for your time. I'm out of here. Bye bye.